President Biden has introduced a change to his White House departure and return routine. Instead of walking across the South Lawn to and from Marine One by himself, he's now surrounded by aides. Some Biden advisors have told Axios they're concerned that videos of Biden walking and shuffling alone, especially across the grass, have highlighted his age. You can't make it up, folks. The President of the United States has been assigned walkers. You heard that right. The man that has the access to nuclear codes now requires aides to escort him across the lawn. These handlers now walk between Biden and the pool cameras to draw less attention to the 81-year-old's halting and stiff gait. And this is the guy who's going to make it 4.5 more years. Here now to assess Biden's cognitive, mental, and physical situation. I'll call it decline. He doesn't have to. His former Housing and Urban Development Secretary and retired super neurosurgeon, Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Carson, again, we do this. I know you haven't examined Biden, but it doesn't take a doctor to realize he's in decline. And that step that he instituted after some falls was really odd, the way he walked across the grass. And now they're putting handlers, walkers between him and the camera so that you don't see the way he's walking. What do you make of all this, Doc?
His physical and mental condition are really quite concerning. You know, I was in Europe last fall, and I was asking some of the Swiss what they thought about him. They said he's a laughingstock over here. That's very concerning. But even more concerning is the fact that if he is not functioning at top capacity, he puts the entire country at risk. And some people are saying at his age, I know a lot of people who are older than him who are mentally quite agile. There's something more wrong. And this is a problem that could be easily resolved by him doing a mental status test. Why are they afraid to do a mental status test? If they were so certain that he's sharp as a tack, that would not be an issue at all. So obviously something's being hidden here. But you don't have to be a doctor to see that he has declined.
Yeah, you don't. In fact, one of the things a doctor or anyone would do is you look at the person coming into the office. You can start to develop an opinion on their physical state just by their gait, by their awareness. Here's one that we talked about a couple of days ago. I think this is very, it's funny, but it's very, very concerning. Pause. He reads a cue in the teleprompter, and they're very distinctly weighed out for you, make sure you, as a person who reads a teleprompter, when to stop. But he reads the teleprompter cue. Listen to this.
Imagine what we can do next. 4 more years. Pause. 4 more years. Pause. 4 more years. 4 more years.
Doc, he read the cue, which is clearly defined as something that's supposed to be a cue, not to be read.
Well, you know, if Trump had done that, there would be no end to the criticism. But again, you know, I feel sympathy for the man, quite frankly. He probably doesn't fully know what he's doing. He's not cognizant of all the implications. And if he truly was, he would be concerned about our country, about the well-being of our country, because believe me, you know, our enemies are watching, and they're plotting and planning.
Doc, you feel empathy for the man. I don't, because I've watched him his whole career, my whole career. I watched what he's done. Yeah, he's degrading, and he's doing it in front of us, and that's sad. But I don't have the empathy because I know the guy. I know what he's about. Just don't have any. Were you also empathetic to him when he claimed he was arrested with Nelson Mandela?
He has a lot of very interesting claims, doesn't he, about his uncle being eaten by cannibals. What did his uncle say before they ate him? Don't. Maybe that's what he got from.
Don't. That was very good. That was Dr. Ben Carson. We should leave it on that note. That was hysterical. I love that. Again, short list of VP. Any word yet? I always ask you, any word yet from Trump?
I think he would be very unwise to reveal who his pick is. Got a lot of excellent people to choose from, but first things first, we got to get him in office.
What did Joe Biden's Uncle Bosie say right before being eaten by the cannibals? Don't. Well delivered, Dr. Ben. Thank you so much.